right here to share untold stories of kindness, community, and hope across the Midlands.
Well, tonight we turn to a story of second chances and the importance of knowing that sometimes all you need is a little push.
That's seeing the good in others, also remembering those who believed in us to help us get where we're going.
One Newbery coach and author talks about his own experience with these virtues and how hope blossoms by simply being open to change.
Our Christina Thacker has his story of transforming struggle into perseverance and inspiration.
For Newbery College's assistant track and field coach, Anthony Washington, life began with a love of sports.
It all started in probably 1978. When I was 8 years old, my grandmother said, "Would you like to go see the Eagles practice?" And at the time, we lived about 2 blocks away from Washington College, and that's when Dick Vermeil was the coach, back in those days. And so I went over there to see them practice, and lo and behold, I met Harold Carmichael. He gave me his chin strap, and it fascinated me.
The young boy from Chester, Pennsylvania, had a dream to become an athlete. A hard and long path for many, and his path had many winding roads.
I was just really misdirected.
Like many of us, Washington had trouble finding himself in his youth, and by his teenage years, he was completely lost.
I just got around the wrong crowd, and we did some things, we got in trouble.
Washington is also a co-author. In his book, The Heart of a Black Man, he details the kind of trouble he found himself in, and how it all came to a head one afternoon after a school fight. A fight that happened all because he wanted to fit in.
The sense of belong is a strange animal, because if you're not getting it from home, where are you going to get it from? And what happened with me, I turned to the streets.
On the brink of expulsion from school, he was put in front of the school board. But luckily, someone was in his corner.
It was my high school coach who discovered me in high school gym class one time and said, "Hey man, I think this guy's got something."
That same high school coach came to his aid.
They gave me a second chance. Lo and behold, I went on to win all conference champion. I won all my races. So it was like that, going from bad to good type situation.
Soon after, he found a career as a coach. He has since trained many athletes, some of which have received national accolades. But he couldn't have done it alone. Another man would prove to be a positive influence on Washington's life.
And I'm just jogging one day, and I'm jogging down the street, and they said, "Hey man, I'm looking for a training partner." I said, "Yeah, well, I'm looking for a coach."
That man was Alan Laws, who would go on to become Washington's private coach and mentor. And time did not age that relationship.
We're friends to this day, 36 years later, and we still talk to one another.
And now Washington tells his story of perseverance and resilience by being a mentor too. A mentor to kids who could be in similar situations he was in at their age.
Be open for change. Don't take things to be the worst, meaning like my life is over, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me. But be open for change and be open to be mentored.
A positive outlook from someone who struggled and persevered, and who grew into the man, coach, and athlete he wasn't sure he could be. And though it may not always be that simple, sometimes it's all about finding your mentors and the gift of second chances. In Newbery, Christina Thacker, WIS News 10.